tonight. These ladies are Joni Hoagie, Liz Aldrich, and Becky Haven, but they're known as the Zion Church Basement Ladies, and they are really funny. So these wild and wonderful ladies are going to entertain you tonight, and they'll be out soon.
Special dinner for these people tonight. So we need to get the menu, we need to get our shopping list, and we need... Blanche, are you listening to me?
Yeah, dinner, yeah. Are we doing all you can eat?
Oh, heavens no. If we did all you can eat, you know who would do you know what, you know when, you know where. And if we did that Bob and Nancy Butte, if we set them free on a buffet, who knows what would happen?
Oh, heavens. Well, I can't take it, Dorothy. I can't take it. I can't help myself. I can't think about anything else but Point Pleasant Heights. This place is amazing. It's amazing. I'm going to call Harv right now, and I'm going to tell him we're selling everything and we're moving here. Yeah?
No,
yeah.
Blanche.
I need my phone.
No.
Who has
Blanche?
my phone?
Blanche, we cannot be talking about lifestyle changes right now. We have a meal to plan for and prepare and shop. You need to focus. Focus.
I can't.
Speaking of focus, where's Rose?
Well, I don't know. I think she might have got lost on the way in from the van. There's so many hallways in this place. It's like mice looking for cheese. You don't know which way to go.
I know, it's confusing coming in here. And you know, if you got confused, Rose probably really got confused.
What the heck?
Rose? Rose, where are you, Rose? Rose?
Rose.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Here I am. Oh, yeah. Oh, good Lord.
The band starts to play at 9 o'clock. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll be done.
Okay, we'll be done. Okay, sure. Okay then, Rose, where were you?
Well, I'm sorry I'm late. I was going to toss some horseshoes.
Oh, yeah.
But then some man yelled, "Dead ringer!" Well, I dropped that horse's hoof and went running. Well, and then I decided to hit some balls on that lovely green they have out there.
Oh, yeah.
Rose, that's a croquet mallet. You are on a putting green. You need a putter to go putting.
Dorothy, I try not to do that in public. Well, what a lovely place. Aren't we so lucky that we're going to plan and prepare a meal for the peasants? Point Peasant Heights. Well, I wore my peasant apron. Yeah. And so I'm ready. You know, funny, Peasant Heights. I thought people around here had money.
I swear, Rose, your cheese has slid completely off the cracker this time. Yep. What is all this about money? And what in the H-E double hockey sticks are you wearing?
My peasant apron. And I have my peasant blouse. Blanche, Blanche, this is a nice thing we're doing. Get in the spirit.
No.
Rose, for crying in the mud. It's not Point Peasant Heights. It's Point Pleasant Heights. Like pleasant, like being nice.
Well, that's different. I'll have to change aprons.
One of these days, Rose, one of these days.
Dorothy, I don't think Blanche is being pleasant.
So what's new? All right, never mind. Now we need to get back down to planning this dinner menu. All right, I'm thinking Italian spaghetti. Yeah, I was told that these folks here like spaghetti. Something about the soft noodles in their teeth.
I think noodles with a lot of butter. That's a great idea, but I really think we should serve Swedish meatballs with the noodles. Yes, Lil and Les, I think they'd love the meatballs.
Oh, Scandinavian.
Yeah, don't you know?
And with sprinkly cheese on top.
No, we're not doing that. That's called Parmesan cheese, and we're not serving that. Nope. We're not feeding a bunch of Catholics here, don't you know?
Okay then, we're gonna need coffee and eggs.
Oh, wait a minute. Coffee and eggs? Are we serving breakfast?
Oh, Rose, what kind of Lutheran are you? You use the egg shells for the coffee. Lutheran. Who makes the coffee in your house anyway?
Well, I used to. Until the incident. Now Ragnar won't let me near the coffee pot.
That's a big surprise. Coming from a lady who once returned an entire bag of M&Ms because it was full of W's.
Oh. Well, it was.
So, back to the menu, ladies.
Okay then.
What about lutefisk? You know, when we came into that blood pressure room, I looked inside that blood pressure room. There's a book in there, a paperback, all about lutefisk. Yeah.
Well, holy mother of Moby Dick. If we fed these people lutefisk, they'd have to have their blood pressure checked. That stuff is horrible. Do we have to serve the lutefisk?
Rose.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Oh, better than anybody I know.
Thank you. Now, what is lutefisk?
Rose, lutefisk. It's the piece of cod that passes all understanding.
That's right.
Speaking of understanding, you ladies have to look in the newsletter here. You have to. Oh, my goodness. Did you know all the offerings that they have here at Point Pleasant Heights? They have a barber shop and a beauty shop. I don't think I'd ever really use the beauty shop. I don't think I'd need to see Bev in the beauty shop. No, I don't.
They have a beauty shop here, so you could buy beauty. How much is beauty?
Oh, you can buy beauty. Just ask Joan Rivers or Kenny Rogers.
You know, Dolly Parton, she once said that she spent a fortune to look that cheap, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you know, speaking of good looking, okay, here at Point Pleasant Heights, I tell ya, those maintenance guys, is it Mark and Tom, right? Okay, if I lived here every day, I would fill out a work order just to get a look at those hotties. I understand one of them looks just like Dr. House, don't you know?
Now, Blanche?
Oh, hello. Oh, come on in. Oh, hello there.
Glad you're here.
Okay then. Yeah, Dr. House.
Now, Blanche, you should not be looking at other men. You're a married woman.
Well, I'm a faithful gal, don't you know? You know, I did have a black book once. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It had Helmer Johnson in there with 5 stars, don't you know?
Ooh, 5 stars.
Yeah. I had him in there for a while, but then I had to rip him out of the book. Oh, yeah. Well, he started dating Sally O'Malley, and she's Catholic.
Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd, Blanche. With your disposition and your physique, you should be trying to look more youthful for your heart. You know, like in that newsletter. You should go take some exercise classes over at that Vitalize Wellness Center.
But you know, I did sign up for a class over there. I did. I did some stretching and some twisting and some bending, lunging. Yeah, and I did a lot of sweating. But you know, by the time I got my leotard on, the class was over.
Yeah, that's why all the names in your little black book that you now have all end in the letters MD.
Oh, that's so true.
You know, ladies, I just can't get over how clean everything is here. So clean.
I will be the judge of that. Yeah, let's check it out. Oh, well, I think Diane and Beth do an adequate job.
And ladies, I did a little book browsing on the way in that room down where they do the chit chat. Doesn't that sound like fun? Oh, I like to chit chat.
Oh, that's for sure.
Chit chat. Well, anyway, I did a little looking at their books, some reading.
You read?
Of course. How else could I teach Sunday school at Zion Lutheran?
Well, they are kindergartners. Picture books.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I lived here, I would visit that library every single day, don't you know? Yeah, they have their Harlequin romances. Yeah. You know, I don't know if you ladies read that menu out there, but I'll tell you what, something about pick 2 from column A and 2 from column B, but not 1 from A, 1 from B. But if you pick 2 from B, you can't pick 1 from A, and you can pick 2 from A, but not 1 from B, but that's only on a Tuesday and only for lunch when you bring your cousin and her dog. Yeah. That's utterly confusing.
That's a menu? I'm getting dizzy just thinking of that. Okay, now ladies, we're totally off track again. So, back to the menu. So with the Swedish meatballs and the noodles, we'll serve a bread. We still need to figure out what to have for salad and for a dessert.
Oh, I know. For salad, we need a nice Jell-O salad. Oh, yeah. Now, I wonder what color Jell-O would be the most pleasant for the nice people at Point Pleasant Heights. See, I get it. Nice Jell-O.
Oh, I have an idea. It's the greatest idea ever. I think we should have green Jell-O. Yeah, green Jell-O with some shredded carrots and some tomatoes and a big old dollop of mayo.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, that means we're going to have to take a run to Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
And if I lived at Point Pleasant Heights, I would take that weekly trip to Walmart just to spend the time in the van with that hottie driver, Tom. Yeah, that would be me.
Well, if I lived here, I wouldn't go on the Walmart run. No siree. I'd call up Darlene Girton and use her super cool yellow Mustang. What a ride that would be.
Super cool.
Wow, a yellow Mustang?
Yeah.
Well, I never heard of a yellow Mustang. That must be a new breed. I don't see any yellow Mustangs on your apron anywhere.
No touching.
And I wonder where they keep their horses here.
That's our Rose. The gates are down, the lights are flashing, but there ain't no train coming down her track.
Rose, come back here, I swear. You're a few clowns short of a circus.
was a circus clown before he passed away, rest his soul. I remember it well. All his friends came to his funeral in one car. And I remember after he passed away, I wanted to take over his clown job. But those were some big shoes to fill.
Okay, back to the newsletter. Oh, Lord. Okay, then. You know, here at Point Pleasant, they go on many, many different field trips. They can go boating or fishing or out to dinner or possibly the casino. That would be my favorite. And I see that they're actually going to spend some time heading down to the Plymouth Playhouse to see Johnny Cash, don't you know?
Oh, remember, girls, when we went to the Plymouth Playhouse and we saw those church basement ladies?
Oh, yes, they were such nifty ladies and spiffy aprons.
What are you talking about, Rose? They were horrible. They had no idea what it's like to be a real church basement lady. They didn't know the difference between a tater tot hot dish or a green bean casserole, for goodness sakes.
Well, girls, since you two lingonberry heads can't make up your minds about a dessert, I have decided we're going to serve Swedish apple cookies with nuts.
Ooh, I love nuts. Ooh, especially donuts. Get it?
You are a nut, Rose. Speaking of donuts, Dorothy, did you know that at one time, Rose thought that Cheerios were donut seeds? This one.
What a ding-a-ling.
Yep, she's a dingling for sure.
A ding-a-ling.
Alrighty then, let's move on.
I keep hearing ding-a-lings. Is that someone's phone?
No, oh, good grief.
Okay.
Lord, deliver me. You know, speaking of that, it sure looked nice that they have here at Point Pleasant the chapel service and pastoral care.
Oh, yes, and I've met that Pastor Ron. He seems very nice. And then Greg does their Bible study.
Oh yeah, sure.
And you know, if these nice Pleasant folks wanted to, they could call the office down at Zion Lutheran down there and get rides to church for free.
For free.
Best church this side of Wisconsin.
Yeah. Okay, well that's all fine and good, ladies, but I'll tell you what. If I lived at Point Pleasant Heights, I saw something right here in the newsletter. This would totally suit my fancy. Point Pleasant Heights social hour. It looks like it's Fridays at 3:30. It's a bit late for me to be out drinking, but it does say beer and wine served. Oh, good Lord.
Blanche, no wonder for years you've been knitting with one needle. Back to our menu, we're almost ready. We just kind of need some recipes, and you know, I heard these cooks here at Point Pleasant were really good. I think we should break into their kitchen. Borrow a couple of their recipes.
Yeah. Well, good idea. And I see you have a huge list of groceries that we're going to need for the nice folks at Point Pleasant Heights. We do good work. So, ladies, I'm going to pack my things up too and go hit a few more balls out on that lovely green.
You go for it. Okay then.
You have apples? Well, you know, this is just going to be a wonderful dinner, I'll tell you what. Dorothy, I think we better skedaddle. We better head out before Rose realizes she forgot to pay her brain bill.
Oh yeah. This is such a nice place. It's the bee's knees.